Kia ora, g'day, welcome back. Here, I did a live reaction video to this just the other day on the weekend, and I did say that I'd probably do a separate content video to it, so this is it. I'm going to read out the message that I received via Instagram and email from a kind supporter of the channel, and this is what they've said, or this is what they've got in their message and the questions that they're asking. So I'm going to do my best to try to answer these questions in as short a time as I can. It's got here, hi Joe, I really enjoy your content and your openness on a number of topics, including your social media journey. It's inspiring to see how you're embracing the challenges of creating content and how you've decided to do it full time. I'm really interested though in your thoughts and what advice you would give to someone who is interested in doing something similar in regards to content creation, but also has bills to pay. Question mark. I'm definitely tired of my job. It's not fulfilling, but I don't feel like I'm in a position to step away from it, so I can pursue my passion / interest in content creation. I know everyone has different circumstances, but I'd love to hear your take. Thanks for always taking the time to read and respond to the questions and requests you receive. Wishing you continued success with everything on your channel, Joe. Best, and then they sign off. First, again, thank you very much for the kind message. Really humbling to receive messages like that, and also questions, even though I can feel, or I do feel like, who am I to answer these questions? It probably reminds me of the walk and talk interview that I did with Cameron Holmes on Saturday just gone, sorry. And he was sharing some stuff. I won't go into that detail there, but people are familiar, I guess, with that term imposter syndrome. And when I receive some of these really thoughtful questions and kind messages as well, I can feel a little bit like that. But I also think part of my journey in terms of social media and trying to add value in some small way and give my take means the need for me to lean into that space and step outside my comfort zone and do what I can to try to answer the questions that come through. Even if it's only from one person, there may be one or two other people that might be thinking or feeling the same thing. So I'll do my best to try to answer this question today. Really interested though in your thoughts and what advice you would give to someone who's interested in doing something similar in regards to content creation, but also has bills to pay. So I would say, I can't remember exactly what I said in the live, but I got a good idea of a lot of things that I did say. If it's your passion and something that you're genuinely interested in, but you've got bills to pay, try to look at options or other ways whereby you can potentially still meet those bills that need to be paid while still stepping and leaning into this passion of yours in regards to content creation. So it may not mean, you may not be in the position, I should say, to walk away and leave your job full time so that you can commit fully to content creation. But maybe in the meantime, if you're doing a job that you're tired of, as you've mentioned here, and you're not finding fulfilling, maybe you can grit and bear your teeth for a bit longer, keep doing that job because you've got bills to pay, and maybe start doing something which you might find a bit more fulfilling, like making content creation part-time or in the evenings or on the weekends, depending on what your schedule's like, your family situation, etc. That's potentially one option. Do content creation part-time initially while you still continue to work full-time, although the job may not be fulfilling, although you may be tired of it. At the end of the day, depending on what those bills are and how many you've got, etc., and putting food on the table, we've all got to make the decisions that we've got to make, you know, to get by and do what we need to do. So that may be an option. Another option may be, again, depending, I'm making a whole bunch of assumptions here. I don't know what your family situation is, whether you're in a relationship, married, got children, got a mortgage, etc., etc. If you've got those, have you got, you know, can you go live with mum and dad or the in-laws or something like that to relieve some of the pressure in regards to the bills? Have you got two incomes? Is your partner working as well? Is it just you? If it's just you as a single person and you've got this desire and interest to make content and you're unfulfilled in your job, maybe that first option is, maybe it's your only option. Or maybe if you talk with other people that you know and trust, who you respect, and or, you know, maybe people that are in a, you view and see as being financially in a really good position, maybe you could get some advice from them, and get their thoughts and take on, potentially it might open your mind up to other options that might be available to you that you might not have thought about. Could you maybe speak with your current employer, a place where you maybe are not feeling as fulfilled, and tired of the job, and are there other areas within your company that you could go to, or ask to be transferred to, or ask to learn other areas, and to sort of keep your mind fresh and ticking over, and learning new things. If it's a bit boring and repetitive in terms of the job that you're doing, if that's why it's making you tired and feeling unfulfilled because you know how to do the job and you can do it without thinking, and you want another challenge, maybe that could be another option. Another option might be, is there potential to go part-time with regards to the job that you're currently at? So instead of working full-time 5 days a week, whatever it is, 40 hours, could you go part-time and work 2 or 3 days a week, and be it 24 hours or 20 hours a week or whatever? Again, depending on your bills that you've mentioned, you've still got bills to pay, and what that looks like for you. You know, I'm just spitballing here. There may be some ideas, and so hence why speaking with people that you know and or trust personally, that could be a really good option to just sort of dust off some of the cobwebs in the old grey matter and open your mind up to maybe some other things, like I said, that you may not have thought of. What else have you got? I'm definitely tired of my job. It's not fulfilling, but I don't feel like I'm in a position to step away from it so I can pursue my passion, interest, and content creation. So you've sort of pretty much answered that question yourself to a degree. If you're saying you don't feel like you're in a position to, I think I spoke about this in the live. Is it a case of you don't feel like you're in a position to, or you know you're not in a position to walk away from that job yet? Because they're very different. If it just, you feel like you're not in a position to, then it sounds to me like you potentially could. But if you know for a fact that you're not in a position to walk away from your paid job security, paycheck, weekly, fortnightly, monthly, whatever it is for you, then that's a very different internal dialogue, internal conversation to have with yourself. So I'd say, you know, only you know the answers to that, and only you can get clarity on that for yourself in terms of where you sit and how you're positioned financially, and that will lead into what you then choose and decide to do. So with that being said, it is a big call, big decision. It's very much a personal one. I delved into, you know, some of the blessed and privileged situation and position that I'm in at the moment. I won't worry about delving into that in this one. I did that in the live when I yapped on and tried to answer this question. So if anybody wants to hear about that and how or why I'm able to dedicate and commit to doing content full time, you'll hear a bit of that in the live version of this that I did, which would have just been yesterday, Sunday. I was going to say Saturday, but I think it was Sunday yesterday. So anyway, Father's Day. Hopefully that helps with regards to your question. If not, and you need a bit more, or you just want to hear me rambling a bit more, then maybe check out the live version that I did in response to this question. But in that live, I went on to answer some other stuff as well that came through during that period. So that live isn't purely in relation to this, and I think I ended up going for about an hour and a half or something like that. So not too sure how long this video is, but it won't be an hour, and I just hope that you get something from it. You know, assess where you're at, determine, is it a case of you feel like you can't, or you know that you can't leave your current paying job because of the bills that you have to pay? Can you do some content creation part-time? Because actually, I think I spoke about this in the live, you might not actually enjoy it, but if you know for a fact that you'll enjoy it, maybe start doing some part-time stuff, content creation wise, while still working full-time. Identify where those days and times are for you that will work, so that you can, hopefully, if content creation is for you, so that you can be doing that thing that is fulfilling. So maybe if you're working in a job that's making you tired and feeling unfulfilled, then maybe in the evenings or on a weekend you can do something that, you know, fills your cup or recharges your battery, or gives you the opportunity to do something that is really fulfilling and not draining, that gives you energy. So anyway, that's my take it or leave it. I hope it helps in some small way. Again, thank you very much to anybody that spent any time here or spends any time here on my channel. I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you for the questions that come through. I have got them. I have got a bunch more questions which I will go through and give my take and do my best to answer them as well as I can for you. And yeah, just wishing you all the best, regardless of any challenges, difficulties that you may be going through my own personal experience, and I know likely through yours and other people that you know. It's super important that we just continue to turn up, keep staying in the fight, keep putting one foot in front of the other, keep taking one day at a time, knowing and trusting that things can do and will get better. We just have to want them to. And if we can hold on to that hope and take small steps, no matter how small they are, and keep moving towards or shifting that needle progressively towards where we want to be, we will come out the other side. There will be, the sun will shine again, and there is a light at the end of that tunnel. So just stick at it. As always, go always a little further. Remember, who dares wins and who cares wins. And until the next video, there is a big mana wave coming from me to you, filled with my aroha, respect, appreciation, and gratitude for you all.